with another flip. So I've just picked up a 95 Nissan Sentra 1.6 auto. Very clean little car, very nice, been standing for quite a while. So the story behind it is it's a very good friend of ours. I mean, we grew up together and so on, so I've known him all my life. This was his grandfather's car. And unfortunately his grandfather passed away a couple of months ago, and the car's just been standing. But also, you know, he said it drove like 4Ks a day, if that, to the shop and back and so on. So yeah, I picked it up. I got quite a good price on it. But there are a couple of issues that I need to try and sort out, but all minor things. So it's boot shocks I need to replace because they're non-existent. Front bumper had a little bit of a bump on it, so it's not aligned properly, and the spotlight is kind of out of alignment a little bit, so I just need to bend that back. It needs a good clean, good polish, which I'll show you guys just now. And then got a bit of a wobble on the steering wheel. This is caused by, and this is why. Right, well, let me quickly do a walk around that I haven't done, because the previous clip you guys saw, I was doing the tires, and what you didn't see is that the boot lid almost killed me. Got a concussion, bleeding on the head, all that kind of crap, but I'm back and swinging now. So anyway, so this is the car. See, everything else looks still good. There was a little bit of a bump here, so that fog light is a little bit bent in, so that needs to be sorted out. I'm not doing any paint work on the car, just because everything is original, and I'm kind of trying to keep it like that. But I mean, it's dirty, it's neglected. It just needs a very good polish. But I mean, obviously all four tires are new now. This was obviously where the old man, when he was climbing in and out, everything started rubbing. So it's almost like he's just taken Tipex and touched it up by the looks of it. Like, this is all Q20 from spraying there for lubrication, I'm assuming. Interior is neat, no cracks on the dash. Literally only got that little mark on this bezel, which is nothing. The roof lining is still perfect. A little bit dirty if you see, but I think this is the worst. So it's supposed to look like that, and it looks like that. So it's very, very oily, very dirty, very greasy, which is not lacquer. So it's one of the first things we're going to tackle. And there's a little bit of, just a little bit of dust in there. Not much, just a little bit. I do need to obviously more duct tape, take that off. Just obviously didn't want it to scratch there. I do need to replace that one because that one is completely broken. But original radio still, well, I don't know if it's original, but whatever. It's still the old school type of radio. Back seats are still good. I don't know actually how many people have ever sat in these seats. I still need to try and remove these covers, but I do know that up here underneath it's damage from the sun, so it started pulling loose. But I'll figure that out when I get there. The original aerial was broken off, so at some point someone just fitted this. I do have a replacement one that came with the cards in there on the floor for there, so I'm probably going to remove this one, just put a rubber grommet in there and put the new one in there so that it looks original again. Tip was literally polished this little corner here, and you can see what a huge difference it makes from there to there. So the paint is heavily contaminated. I don't think it's really ever seen a polish in its life. The biggest issue is the clear coat fading over here, which is coming off quite easily, so I don't actually know what to do. I don't really want to do any painting on the car, so I don't know if I'm going to just take some, I don't know, like a 2,000 or 3,000 and just sand it off and then polish it back up. I'm hoping it should fix the issue. Standard exhaust. Otherwise everything else, like I said, it's pretty original. It's just dirty in spots where they don't normally clean. And obviously this is just from the car standing in the time that the car wasn't being used. I just want to show you what almost killed me. I just had to open the boot from the inside. Everything is still quite dirty around there. But okay, anyway, I had new boot shocks fitted yesterday, obviously because this thing came crashing down on my head, and that little pin is what connected to my head. So that was not very fun. But anyway, Murphy's Law, it happened just before I replaced the boot shocks. These are just two tires that came off the car. They were still kind of savable. One nice thing is Lee, that I bought the car from, had an E90 at some point, and he took the coilovers off his car before he sold it. And when I bought the car, he just said, well, I can have them. So as soon as I kind of get to it, or sometime in the near future, I'm going to clean these things up and they'll probably find themselves fitted onto the E90, just with a little bit of low. So, but obviously there's a lot of other stuff to sort out on there first. Okay, I'm not going to carry on underneath there now. But yeah, that's pretty much the car. Just wanted to kind of give you guys a walk around before we start any of the cleaning. As you can see, there's, I don't know what was mounted here. It almost like there was some bump guard or something. So you've got a lot of like tape and stuff on here. At least it'll come off. So yeah, tires done, battery done, boot shocks done. The next thing is this. The one silencer box under the car has got two little holes in it, which you can clearly hear, and it's very annoying. So that's next up. I'm going to do that, but I think we'll start the cleaning process probably in the next day or so, and then I'll just show you guys as we go along. This has got to be one of the easiest fuel filters to change. One screw clamp at the top, one screw at the bottom, pop it out, put a new one in. Now this is why I thought of replacing it. How disgusting is that fuel? Like that's horrible. So I'm hoping that sorts out my issue. So I don't think I've actually mentioned what the issue is. On first gear, when you're accelerating, there's like a slight hesitation, not hesitation, actually it's like it misses. And it's like a miss on pull away, and it sometimes is quite bad, so where you can't actually pull away and then you look like an idiot. So I'm also going to put some other stuff in, just injector cleaner, and hopefully that'll work. remove some stuff. I need to get to the fuel pump. Ray from Solid Racing Cafe came and looked at the car for me, and he said that it's most probably the fuel pump that's under fueling. You could tell that by the plugs. He ripped out the plugs, had a look at those. So I bought a brand new Bosch unit. I just need to strip that unit out, put the one in, and hopefully we'll have a proper working car. But it's nice and dirty. Luckily now I can take this seat cover off, so let's have a look. Quite keen to see what it looks like underneath. Okay, I guess that's not too bad. And the condition of the actual seat is still good. It's just those things there, so it's all soft enough. So maybe I can just get it stitched up. I don't know. I'll have to see if my guy can do it. Might not be able to. I think this is a little bit, yeah, that's leather is rock hard. Same, yeah. Well, it's a bummer. Alright, well, it is what it is, so we carry on. Okay, so I haven't filmed much. I've eventually got the pump out, so that's the new pump that's on there already. There's the old pump, and this is still the original Nissan pump. You can see there's a little logo there. But I mean, this filter is horribly dirty. It's supposed to kind of look like that, but it looks like that. So taking the wires off the pump, I need to join them into these clips. Then it needs to clip into this housing, which then clips into there. Now the only issue that I've got is this pump is obviously much smaller than that one, so I'm just gonna have to try and see how I can mount it in the actual tank. But yeah, let me get to it. Okay, so that was a success. Fuel pump is in, and no more stuttering and jerking on the car, so all good there. So I thought, while I'm busy, I'm going to quickly take the seat out to replace the seatbelt buckle there. Pretty easy. 2 screws in there, 2 bolts in the back, 2 bolts in the front, and then there's this little cover that you take off with the screw, and then it just pops out. And just like that, it's out. And surprisingly clean under the seat, which is quite good. Okay, so now there's just one more bolt there, and then it should pop off and put the new one on and done. So like there's one bolt there, here's the old one. You can see the difference. I'm gonna have to take these seats out again. You can see how dirty it is there, and obviously when we give it a clean, I'll take all the seats out and clean the carpets properly. But that's at least one more thing sorted, so now I can actually drive the car for now. Okay, so the man is busy doing a proper valet on the Sentra today. It's the first time that we've actually got a little bit of decent weather. I mean, it's still cloudy, but so polish on the way. Then we're going to start stripping the inside, cleaning all the seats and everything, making it look like new again. It's really looking 10 times better. And this is nice dirty water. So outside's pretty much done. I think the paint came out very nice. Obviously we're not gonna get rid of the scratches or anything. I'm not doing any paint on the car, just because everything is original. So these marks, they're not coming off because it's obviously scratched through. So I'm assuming there was one of those little like a strip here to protect it from when you open the door against something. Roof also, it's very nice. Cleaned in here. All the door sills done in the boot here. I mean, we can probably get it better, still a little bit, but I mean we'll get to that. So now I'm gonna start taking the seats out, front and the back, and then the interior can get done. Once again, Turbo's outdone himself. Just look at this thing. It looks, I mean, not new, but I mean as close as you can for a 95 model, I guess, eh? In the roof. Even in here. It was like dark brown. Looks as close to new as you can get. So the seats are inside, busy drying still. I'll show you those now. Then as soon as that's dry enough, obviously we'll just put it back in the car. Still need to try and get this mark off here and a couple of stickers. That's not the end of the world. Everything looks like really, really good. This armrest here used to be like leather with the gunk and crap on it. Now, I mean, it looks like brand new again. Everything is still a little bit damp. Hopefully with the rain I can leave the windows open a bit. But that's about it. So yeah, let's once everything else is dry and cleaned, then I can put it back together, and then I can take photos and advertise it. It's finally done. I'll give you guys a walk around just so you can see what the outcome was. Came out really, really good. I'm very happy with how the paint and everything came out, especially the interior. The interior looks amazing. It looks like, literally like new. I'll show you guys inside. Panel, I mean, was completely caked on with grime and everything there. That came out like new. So yeah, another one in the bag.